So in today's video, a Mustang learns how to fly. And you hear this Mustang unleash some ponies. Man, I'm excited about this one here. What's up guys? How are you guys doing today? My name is Weston. Welcome back to the channel. And today is a very exciting day. Now let me tell you why. You guys probably already know from the title of the video and the thumbnail what we bought. But we bought a brand new project car. I've not seen this thing yet. It is in Louisiana, about 9 hours away from where we're standing here. Like 8 hours, I don't know, something like that. So we're gonna get the truck loaded up, get the trailer hooked on, grab some snacks, and head south to pick that thing up. But before we leave, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd hate for you to miss anything on this upcoming Mustang and our coming swap we're doing too. We got cool projects. I'd like for you to hang around. All right, let's go. You know, there's one thing awesome about YouTube, and you know what that is? The magic of editing. Because we're on an 8-hour trip, and we snap our fingers just like, and bam, we're here. All right, we gotta go in here and do some paperwork. You got the check? All right, I gotta go find the check. Beautiful, look at it. It's gorgeous. Most people are excited buying a brand new, shiny new car. I am absolutely stoked and excited for buying a broken down wrecked one. Now at this point in the video, I normally get a lot of people saying, I would never let my car be forked like that. Well guys, trust me, your car's been forked before. If you're gonna buy a car from an auction like this, that's just the reality of it. They fork all of these cars, even if they run and drive. So we might as well fork it one last time to get it on the trailer and call it a day. Beautiful. I'm gonna knock it off. So we're gonna tie it down, and I can't talk. We're gonna get it tied down, and we'll evaluate the damage when we get back to Kansas. It's got a cold air intake on it.
We'll probably need to secure the hood, by the way.
Okay, now we gotta get it tied down. Don't you just love it when you can snap your fingers and something gets done? All right, she's tied down. Let's get the heck out of here and let's get back to Kansas and get this thing fixed. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love this car.
It's the sign of the times, bitter taste of your lies. No one got what they came for. So you think you can cheat? Give us all we can eat. We're not something to live for.
Well guys, we made it back to Kansas and look at her, ain't she beautiful? She's bright red and ready to party. Or she will be, as soon as we get it fixed. It does have a little bit of a damage to it, but before we get to the damage, let me tell you what this car is. This is a 2017 Ford Mustang GT Premium, which means it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the 5-liter Coyote motor with like 435 horses. That converts to a lot of donkey powers, let me tell you. Let's get to the bad part. The bad part is it probably hit an alligator in Louisiana or something because the front end is a little bit to be desired. That's all right though. The other problem we've got is this tire has got so much air in it that we can see it all. How much? I think that's about 14.7 PSI to me. Yeah, looks about it to me. I think we can get all this fixed up pretty quick, but the first thing we need to do is just walk around. I haven't really even had a chance to look at this car much. So I want to get the hood up on it, get it started, listen to it, make sure we don't get no problems there, but we need to get the hood up first to make sure that the crank pulley or nothing like that's hitting the radiator. So, I guess that's where we'll start. Well, we need to get the hood open to see the full extent of the damage, but it's really not that bad. Now, I know a lot of people might disagree with me at this point because, like Weston, the whole front end smashed in. But it missed one of the critical parts, and that is the main frame rail right here. Now, it did hit right up here on this face bar, but this really doesn't affect anything. And it bent back this mount right here that the headlight bolts to, that I can see for right now. Now I think this support up here might be a bit bent, but we can pull that back out and straighten that out. That ain't no big deal. What took the majority of the hit was this driver's side tire. Whatever they hit, they just barely hit it. They just hit it with the front driver's side. And when it hit, it actually didn't bend the frame or anything, but it did break the A-arm. So I guess on this car, I've done a little bit of looking. It's got a forward part of the A-arm and a back part of the A-arm on the lower side, and it's bent the back one and broke the front one. So as you can tell, this tire is a little further back than it's supposed to be. It's really supposed to be like right about here is the middle of it, and it's pushed back maybe 6 to 8 inches. But the spindle's fine, and you know, 6 to 8 inches more clearance isn't no problem. So, all right, I think the next step is we need to get this hood up and see what's going on underneath there and evaluate our damage to its full extent. I think it'll be fine. Hopefully it's in better shape than the Fummins engine was when we got it. It was gone. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. It's got a Roush intake on it. Whew. No, it's just the way. So I'd like to say it was easy to get the hood up, but it definitely was not. It took a little bit of doing, but we finally got it done. And basically what had happened is when this thing had hit, it pushed this front radiator support back. It's got this bracket on there for the hood latch. And this latch got bound up to the point that it was just in such of a bind it could not release from the hood. So we finally loosened this nut up just enough that we got a little bit of play in this, and we was able to get the crowbar down in there and pop the hood open. So let's evaluate the damage on this whole car. Now obviously the radiator support is bent. That part is pretty clear. And our main support coming along the top of the fender, it's crinkled right back there. So we got a little bit of issues right there. This car does have a Roush cold air intake, which, well, didn't need that part anyway. Kind of a little dented. I don't know if this is going to be okay or not. It looks kind of broken, but maybe we can salvage it. I don't know. We'll have to see once we get that thing pulled out. Our radiator, it's junk. There's no antifreeze in it, so I'm going to say it's busted out the bottom. It does need an AC condenser, I do know of. But besides that, everything looks all right. The biggest thing we really have a problem with is this main support right here. And we knew that was bent already. I think we're going to try to put that on a frame machine, pull that back out a little bit. Or maybe we'll get Bob in a tree and pull it out. I don't know. Now, realistically, my thoughts on this, I planned for the worst, but it's really not that bad. I mean, we're going to have to replace the coolers up front, the radiator support, and maybe do a little bit of framework over there on that side. But besides for that, it's really pretty straight. Now, the biggest thing I didn't want is I didn't want something where I had to take and do anything to the main frame rails along the frame, and that requires pulling the engine out to do it correctly, and that's a lot of work. We could do it, but it's just not something that I wanted to do. So I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that that frame rail over there appears not to be bent right now. I've looked at it, it looks pretty straight, just straight on, and I think we can put all that back together pretty easily. The only thing we're going to really have to do that's going to be halfway difficult is getting all this old parts off and seeing how hard it's going to be to straighten out that upper support over there that holds the radiator support and also holds our upper part of our strut. But there ain't nothing to it just to do it, so I imagine it won't be too hard. Either way, we like a challenge, and I'm still really excited about this car, and I love it to death already. It's my baby. I do love this car, though. Look at it, 5-liter. And then just imagine. Yeah, the natural zoom. Boop. And just imagine, once we get the radiators and everything pulled out, there'll be plenty of room for maybe Pro Charge or Turbocharge or Supercharge or Beyonce Charge. We don't want to talk to her right now. Anyway, we got Mustang stuff happening. But I think the first thing we need to charge before we talk about turbo, super, and nitrous charging is the battery charging. Now the battery I think is kind of charged, but I don't think it's enough to actually start it. We haven't tried to start it yet. And I do want to try to start it and see what it sounds like. It does have a Corsa exhaust system on it. So we've got this looked at. Let's take a walk around the rest of it, and we'll try to get it started and see what it sounds like. I bet it sounds mean. All right, let's start off on her good side, because she does have one, believe it or not. Now, starting off, I thought we could salvage this headlight. There is one tab broke, and I think the tab on the back is broke as well. We're going to try to super glue or plastic weld or something and try to fix this, because these headlights are like $700-800 a piece. And I'm at least gonna have to buy one, but I would prefer not to have to buy two. Then we get down, this fender is really in great condition except for right up here. It looks like maybe the hood hit it, or I don't know exactly what happened, but it did crinkle the paint on it and did bend it back pretty good, so we do have an issue with that fender. Now we're gonna try to save this fender. I don't know if it's possible, but we're gonna try. Now, it comes down to the part I really like about this car. The color scheme. I really like the red paint to the black wheels. Now these are I believe, yeah, 19-inch black wheels. These are the factory wheels that came on this car, and I love these things to death. They are awesome looking. They're dirty, but they're awesome looking. The other thing I didn't notice realistically until we standing up on the trailer trying to get the hood open is I think it's a gray or a black roof on the car, and I really like that compared to the red. I think that is going to look sweet. But, you know, this is about the same height that I've always seen this car, besides for standing on the trailer there a little bit ago. We come down. Now, I will say this car has no damage on it except for on the front clip. And the other thing I got to say is the rest of this car is completely undamaged. The only part that's got any damage is actually on the front clip. Besides for that, the rest of the body on this car is perfect. Somebody put these black covers on the taillights, which I believe they just Velcro on there, which they're on there pretty good. But I do like that as well because it really goes towards the blacked out look. And I'm not really about that blacked out look, but I really love this car with the blacked out look. I really do like it.
And it's got a backup camera.
Oh, it does. Look at that. We can see all of our haters behind us. The other thing I did notice is we got a Corsa Performance exhaust on it. I think that's a catback exhaust. I haven't been able to look all the way underneath the car yet and see, but I think that thing is going to sound awesome when we get this thing fired up. At least I hope it does. I never really realized how much exhaust systems were on these cars until I actually Googled that exhaust to see how much it is, because I'm used to buying exhaust for pickups and stuff. You know, $300-400 bucks gets an exhaust bought for a truck. $1,600 for that exhaust. So that's a pleasant surprise, and one that we're not upset to have at all. At least I'm not upset to have it. I would tell you I would open this door here, but this fender has been pushed back into this door, and I don't want to take a chance of damaging this door. And also this glass is kind of a little bit of, since the door's not all the way shut, since the fender. So, and also since this car is so low on this side, since the tire's knocked off, it won't actually open. It'll hit the fender of the trailer. But I think we can open the passenger side door. So, is there anything else to show on this?
No, let's show the inside.
All right, now let's get down to the important part, where we're gonna ride after we get it fixed. Let's show you the inside. Let's take a look inside here. Look at that, the battery's still hooked up. Got a pony on there. And that tells you a couple things actually, and what that tells you is this was a non-injury accident. Because if it was an injury accident, EMS would have been called, fire department would have been called, and they would have most definitely unhooked the battery to keep down on fire risk. So, probably the only thing that was hurt in this car was the guy's pride after he wrecked it. Yeah, we do have a couple airbags to replace. It looks like the one across the top of the roof needs to be replaced. The one in the seat, and it looks like the one in the steering wheel, and I think the one down by your knees needs to be replaced too. So, a couple things. Oh my God, there's a lot more room in this thing than I thought there would be. It's got a 60-day tag on it. They left this bag of goodies in here. I don't know what's in here. Leather scent, air freshener and odor eliminator. Well, heck, I can just spray some of that on me. That don't work.
Yeah, you still stink.
Yeah, you're right, I do. Oh my God, this car's gonna pay for itself. 1, 2, $2. I can at least go and get me, what, a Sonic drink? Heck, that's not bad.
Maybe during happy hour.
Yeah, maybe during happy hour, not after. All right, so we looked through enough of this junk. I am going to keep that money, though. The rest of this junk, they go in the back seat. I don't care about it. It should start, but I think I got to hit the brake pedal for it to start. So
let me go ahead. All right.
Ready?
Ready, Freddy. Oh, we got lights. We have clicking. We have a Westen getting out of his car.
Damn, battery's too dead. Let me grab a jump pack. So, according to the tag versus the accident report that was actually in this car, this guy had this car for like 5 or 6 days before he wrecked it. I wonder if we can call the dealership. It is a Ford dealership. I wonder what kind of warranty they gave with this thing. Since it's so new and, you know, it's just been sold not that long ago, I wonder if I can call them. I bet you it's still got one. It needs just a little bit of work, but it's got kind of a slight fender bender. Do you guys do PDR up there? Paintless dent repair? Well, don't worry about the paintless. We're going to need paint too. What do you mean to tell me I'm forked? Well, I guess we're on our own with this one. Damn, they didn't even say I got a warranty with this thing. It is gonna be a mean SOB. Look at that car. That car looks beautiful. Well, not right now, but it will. Alrighty.
There isn't no damage in starting it, right?
No.
Okay.
I already looked. None of the pulleys are hidden in the radiator. That's the most important thing. And also, all of our fuel lines look good, so we're good. Black to red, red to black, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah. So we're getting a pretty sunset. Weston's hooking up batteries.
Come here, you little BS.
Man, that is a little battery.
It is a little battery.
It's a baby battery. This here's gonna be the Fumman's little brother.
Just imagine when we got the Fummins pulling this around, and this is making about 1,400 horses. That equals up to about 3,100 donkeys. All right, let's try it. Now, you know what? It's got to start now, so you got to stand at the back to hear it.
I'll stand up here. The scenery is beautiful up this way.
All right.
Not so much that way.
You saying I'm ugly? You're going to ruin my chances with Beyonce like that? Oh my God! It sounds so mean!
Yeah, I think I'm deaf now.
Huh?
Yeah, I think I'm deaf now. Do you think it was going to sound like that?
Oh my God, it sounds great. I'm speechless. We've got a running Mustang, Garrett.
Well, it's hobbled at the moment because we got to fix that.
Oh, don't worry about that. It will be fine.
Oh, there was one other thing we forgot to mention.
What did we forget to mention? Okay, the other thing I did forget is this wheel is obviously not going to roll off, and we're going to have to see if it's got a spare tire in the trunk, which I think it does, but we'll have to check, and put a wheel on this thing. I do have a couple control arms because these down here have seen better days. The front one's broke and the back one's bent, and I'm going to try to fix this while it's on the trailer. That way it can roll off under its own power. I don't want to be trying to lift it with Bob and have problems with maybe dropping it, or, you know, Bob's old. Bob's had better days, and, you know, I don't know if I trust Bob with something this nice, so. People's like, what are you talking about? It's not nice. Anyway, so we are going to have to take and try to get this thing jacked up a little bit, get this pulled forward, and get this part fixed. This cowl down here, I don't know what you call it, this body skirt, that is broken off down there at that fender. I think it's savable. It doesn't look cracked or anywhere. It just looks like it's unsnapped. So hopefully we can save that as well, because that would be awesome, so we don't have to get a new one and paint one and all that good jazz. So guys, make sure you like this video. That tells YouTube that it's a good video and people would like to watch it, and we're trying to make it as good as we can. That being said, leave a comment down below on what you think of our awesome new car. I think it's pretty awesome, and we should have another video coming out on our come and swap in the future. Not that long in the future, I promise, guys. If you're new here, as always, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.